I just recorded this entire video and my microphone wasn't on. So that's a great start. But anyway, welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, as you can probably tell, but still something I think that you are going to love because it's something that I love. And in case you don't already know what I love, it is this: horror, spooky stuff, Halloween. And Halloween hasn't always been a big thing in the UK, not like the US. So trying to find Halloween and horror events growing up was incredibly difficult. But with each passing year, Halloween becomes more and more popular in the UK, with big companies embracing decorations and the traditions and just overall spooky content. So as it's officially spooky season, yes, September is the official start of spooky season, I had a meeting with the spooky bitches and it's actually from September to the middle of November. Okay. I decided to do a little list of all the spooky things that you can go and do in and around the UK to get yourself into that Halloween spirit. If you're not already, like me, I'm kind of in the Halloween horror spirit all year round. And if, like me, you are in a horror Halloween spirit all year round, most of these things are available to attend all year round. So you can get your creep on whenever you want to. Number 1 is haunted tours and ghost walks. Now, if you live in the UK, you might already be aware of this, but if you don't, or maybe you just don't know, let me tell you a little fact about the UK. The UK is actually globally renowned for their historically significant architecture. In fact, there are over 500,000 historic buildings in England alone. That's a lot of history, and with history comes ghosts. There are some fantastic haunted tours and ghost walks that you can do all over the UK, especially in large cities like London. But no matter where you are in the UK, if you type in haunted tour or ghost walk and the city that you live in, you can find some that are pretty local to you. So you don't have to travel all the way to London every time you want to experience something spooky. Now, if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when I say haunted tours and ghost walks, let me clarify. Haunted tours and ghost walks are storytelling walking tours, but sometimes you can also do it by bike or by bus, depending on the tour that you go on. They can last anywhere from half an hour to 2 hours, with your tour guide taking you on a round-trip journey to all of the places where there have been murders and ghost sightings and effectively now haunted locations. Now, there is a slight difference between the two, so you might want to do a little bit of research on the tour that you're going on just to make sure that it's the sort of thing that you want to do. I love every spooky aspect that there is, but I know that for some people they might not like the jump scares, they might just be more interested in the spooky stories. So if you are more interested in the haunted history and ghost sightings that have happened in a location, as well as getting some pretty cool spooky snaps at that location, then a haunted tour might be the best thing for you. But with ghost walks, the tour guides have been known to dress up as the ghosts themselves, with the tour guide taking you on a trip of each ghost sighting, and with each new ghost that they introduce, there tends to be an actor dressed up as that ghost, with some jump scares included. Some of them also bring some paranormal equipment so you can do a little bit of ghost hunting as well, as the tours have been known to rile up the ghosts. But not all tours do investigations and not all tours have jump scares, so again, just do your research on the tour that you want to attend to make sure that you know exactly what is going to happen on that tour. Also, some age restrictions do apply, so it might not be the best thing to take the whole family to. Number 2 is escape rooms. Now, escape rooms have really started to pick up over the last couple of years with the whole pandemic, and there's also online versions available. Now, I haven't actually attended an in-person escape room myself yet, although I do plan to, I just don't really have enough friends. But with people that I used to work with, I did attend an online escape room, which was honestly just as fun. It was really good. You can find all sorts of themed escape rooms, from Sherlock Holmes to even big budget rooms that are designed to look like your favourite movie or TV show. And something that immediately caught my eye was the amount of horror escape rooms. You can solve the deadly puzzles of Jigsaw, you can avoid being Hannibal Lecter's next meal, as well as some of your generic horror locations, like insane asylums, labs, and haunted houses. But there are also some locations that are a little bit different, like encountering aliens in space, or even a twisted version of Alice in Wonderland. These tend to be available all year round, especially if you go through an actual horror escape room company, which obviously specialise in horror-themed escape rooms. Of course, other escape rooms will have Halloween specials, so make sure you keep an eye on those as well. Some to look out for are Horrorscapes in London, as well as World of Escapes, which basically lets you know of every single escape room that is available in the UK. And of course, if you want to do an escape room from the comfort of your own home, you can do ones like Escape Live. This basically has you hop on a Zoom call with a bunch of friends and play the game online. But there are other online escape rooms, which is a real escape room where you actually do a Zoom call with the guide from that company, and you have to guide that guide through the puzzles of the room. It's basically like they are the person that's trapped there, and they really take on the role, they get into it, they act, and you are the only ones that can help them escape. Number 3 is ghost hunts. But wait a minute, Kirsten, aren't ghost hunts and ghost walks the same thing? No, they are not. I'm talking about a full-on Ghost Adventures type paranormal investigation. Again, you can find ghost hunting groups all over the UK, because it seems like every inch of the UK has some sort of paranormal event that has taken place at one occasion or another. And you can find dedicated groups of people who run these events. So all you have to do is buy the ticket, and a big group of you will attend the event at like a haunted asylum or an abandoned hospital or even underground bunkers to try and see if you can commune with the dead. Now, with stuff like this, there is no guarantee that you will experience any sort of paranormal activity, as it is kind of up to chance and I guess the skill of the ghosts and the investigators, but that doesn't mean it's a bad experience. I have done paranormal experiences in the past where I've not actually caught any paranormal content, but it was still terrifying. It's dark, the atmosphere is just horrible, and you're told spooky stories beforehand, so it is still truly terrifying. I find the best way to find stuff like this is going through Eventbrite, where all you have to do is type in ghost hunt and it will come up with a bunch of events that are near you, the dates, times, and prices. And if you're feeling up for it and you have a bit of spare moolah, why not invest in some of your own paranormal investigation equipment? Go to one of the many haunted hotels and places in the UK and do your own investigation. You never know what you might capture. Number 4 is creepy attractions. Now, this is a broad section, as what scares one person might be completely different to what scares another person. And the UK has some fantastic tourist attractions that are either intended to spook you or just give off a really eerie vibe, and you might actually see a ghost or two. The most famous are obviously the London Dungeons and the Tower of London. These are kind of like mazes or museums in a way that take you on a journey down history, but with actors and performance creeping you out along the way. The sets are amazing and the locations and stories are pretty terrifying. But you also have places like the British Museum in London, which was voted last year as the most popular and haunted location in the UK. It has over 2 million years of human history and artifacts. 2 million years! The place is absolutely huge, and due to the nature and age of some of the artifacts, visitors and even the staff have had very strange experiences even during the day. But away from London, you also have Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Try saying that 5 times fast. Where some of the rides have been said to be haunted, with people saying that they've heard strange sounds and noises that aren't actually supposed to be part of the rides themselves. There's also a legend of a hanging man and a blood-stained woman that appear on some of the rides. That sounds terrifying. And of course, they also have the famous Ghost Train ride, which is another one that is said to have strange occurrences on the ride which aren't supposed to be part of the ride, if you know what I mean. And then you have your creepy castles, like Warwick Castle, Windsor Castle, and Edinburgh Castle. Then there's your old theatres, your manor houses, and even haunted airports and universities. Yeah, literally every part of the UK is haunted. There are a whole bunch of spooky and strange locations that you can visit and even stay in the UK, so be sure to pay them a visit. But look out for any unexpected visitors. And number 5 is shows and events. So lastly, we have shows and events. Now, this can be anything from theatre productions to circuses to drive-in cinemas. Spooky season really starts to pick up with the creepy content this time of year, and you can already go and watch some of your favourite horror movies, such as the Rocky Horror Picture Show in the outdoor cinema in Towbridge. Or maybe the Rocky Horrid Murder Show, a murder mystery dinner party event which is inspired by the Rocky Horror movie. There are psychic readings, seances, horror film clubs, freshers parties, and even wildlife walks. Again, I use Eventbrite to look for exactly what I need, but all you have to do is type in scary, horror, ghost, and then put in the months of September to October, and it will give you everything that is going on in your area. Alternatively, you can also check out your local community centre, Facebook groups, and even your local theatres. I'm personally waiting to watch The Lost Boys and The Exorcist at a local outdoor cinema near me. And there you are, just some of the scary and spooky things that you can go and do to get yourself in the Halloween spirit. And I guarantee no matter where you live in the UK, you will find something that is near you. Like I said, spooky season is from September to the middle of November. So remember that the closer to Halloween that you get, the more options there will be available. But if you want to drag out the horror and Halloween feelings for a couple of months or even over the entire year, there are plenty of haunted locations and spooky goings-on in the UK. If you do attend any of these or you have before, then please let me know what was your experience and what was your favourite. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell. I also have more videos like this coming out, as well as some videos of me actually attending some of these events, so if that's something you'd like to see, then make sure you're notified of when those videos go up. But until then, stay safe, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!